Hey, Frank.
I get in the habit, I'm not sure if it makes a difference. I asked Rick about it, but a lot of times I don't connect the XR. I don't realize it's not connected. I'm thinking that might have something to do with it, but I think there's something going on here. I'm not really sure that it's totally straightened out yet.
So once the XR has power, you should have to reconnect. I do have the Ethernet cable to it, but if I disconnect it, the setting should stay. It should operate independent.
That's what I thought, but anyway, I always connect. And I just think there's something going on. And like I say, the sun's really not totally perfected yet. So, I'm living with that fact.
Morning, Shane. Hey, Frank.
Yes, sir.
I hear you light. I think 40 must be a little bit longer. How you hearing me?
Yeah, a little light today, but figured still in the store. We gotta take.
What's up, Paul? What's up, Mike? Yeah, but I hear you fine, so at least we could communicate. Hey, Art.
20 over here now.
Yeah, you're 10 over, Don. Sounding great.
Yeah, you and Frank are just booming in. The band's just right for that distance up to the northeast. Bill is fading. Dominic, I hear, and Don's coming in really good as well.
You're up there now, Art.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Bill, you're good here. So, Art, this is the profile I added a little more bass to. This is it. I don't know if I sound like Bill yet. I don't think I can replicate that.
Yeah, like now you're 6'4", right? But oh no, oh my goodness. I don't only hear the difference, but I see it. It's like there's that. It's almost like a carrier, just kind of climbing and well above everything else. But right away, you think that would be overbearing, but it's not. It's nice, soothed, bass tone in there. It sounds really good.
All I did, I added 1 dB to the bass. I'll call it the big bottom, but it's not called the big bottom. And I lowered the Q. Hold on. I didn't do any more boosting in the EQ. I just, where the hell is it? I lowered the Q, which I guess in effect did do a boost, but I lowered the Q one unit. I guess that's a dB. I don't think Q is in dBs, but 1 unit, so it widened the boost a little bit.
Oh yeah. No, I like it. It's almost like that effect in a way, like you just mentioned, almost like a famous Aphex, the big, the 204. It seems
What's
like
up, Paul?
just taking the drive or the amount and ticking it up a hair, and that's the effect that I'm hearing, and it's not like overbearing. So that's a nice profile. Certainly a keeper.
Yeah, I like it. I got a gentleman, Paul Zapp, on my live stream who wants me to tell you hi, Art. I don't know his call sign, though.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's my childhood friend, 40-plus years ago down in Florida. We went to 6th grade together in 1976, and we tested together in the 80s, and he got back into it. And we kind of hit and miss each other on the bands, from South Florida to here. But, yeah, that's great. He could probably hear me through your stream, so there you go.
Yep, there he is, KB2UKA. Paul, nice meeting you on here. Thanks for being on. But, man, all you guys are sounding really good. Really, really good. Bill, it's 9 degrees outside here without the wind chill. What's your temperature?
Yeah, we were 14. We went up a couple of degrees there. We're up to 16 now, so I think it's supposed to plummet tonight there. I think it's supposed to be down around 5 degrees or something if I read the weather report right.
So tomorrow night into Monday, we're going to have very damaging winds, allegedly. 40 mile an hour with 70 to 80 mile an hour gusts. They said expect down power lines.
Yeah, we're here it's set to anywhere from 25 to 45. So yeah, it's coming in with that weather. It's coming in. I read the weather forecast this morning, and it said yesterday or the day before was 6 to 9. Now it's 6 to 11. So it's probably a guessing game. I'm riding along the edge of the mountains here, so we'll probably get our fair share.
I just looked outside. It's cloudy out, high altitude cloud moving pretty quickly to the northeast.
Yeah, Todd, it's cold. That's a big AM signal on 290.
Yeah, he just can't make it here, though.
See, now that's a perfect scenario right there. So big signal on 290. Generally those guys are going to be at least 7 or 8 on each side. So why would another AMer tune up or fire up on, say, 7295 or 7297? Because why? What would happen? You know what I mean? I know that's a stupid question, but what would happen, right?
Art, since I've been doing AM, I see it all the time. I'll see two carriers that are like 4 kcs away from each other, and I don't get it. I don't get it.
The battle of the band.
So they're complaining. We're going down the band. I mean, I'm looking at your live stream, and we're pretty much brick-walled, a KC gap, and we're going down the band, no problem. And, here's this guy fluffing like 8 left and 8 right. Now, if someone else wanted to use, say, the window at 7295 or 6 or 7 would be like, wow, what are you doing? They're out to 7308. I mean, so really, case in point right here.
Yeah, and the guy on 290's doing nothing wrong. It's if they come in on 293.
Exactly. So, frequency wasn't in use. Dominic's, you've been here, an hour and 11 minutes or so? Hour and 15 minutes, Dom?
Yeah, maybe a little longer. Let me go back to the chat. I'll tell you when I was here. Yeah, an hour ago, at least an hour.
Oh, yeah, you guys have been here a while. Because 40 minutes ago, I signed, and you were on already.
Yeah, nobody was up here. The AMs weren't there. It was actually quite quiet, and I exited the frequency unit to use. I sat and I listened for a while, then I exited again, and then I put it up on the group thing, and then we got on. And then they showed up later on.
It's the gatekeepers.
Well, the thing about asking if a frequency's in use, what I do, I listen. If I don't hear anybody in 2 or 3 minutes, that band's clear. That frequency's clear. When you ask, nowadays, there's going to be somebody close or whatever, see you on the pan adapter, they're going to jump up there and say, oh, yeah, the frequency's in use. I don't play that game.
Yeah, Don, that was good advice this morning. That's what I'm going to do from now on. And I'm going to let them know being on a frequency and listening to it does not make it in use by you.
Well, we could just get on the chat and all start teaming up at the same time as if you've been there. I don't know, band open, we've been here for hours.
I heard that rumor, too.
If it gets push comes to shove, we can all go to double sideband.
Oh, I got a little 10-tick scout that could do that.
Oh, we won't do it yet.
Sideband, that'll work.
Yeah, not on this frequency.
I was joking, but Don.
Yeah.
I was joking before.
What's up, Andy?
I know.
Wow, Don, you're almost 25 over. Don, Yeah, I think maybe it sounded like Don, but yeah, Don. My goodness, you're booming in here from Ohio.
Well, thank you. I'm glad the band's working. I learned from DJ. Where is DJ anyway?
He went to go get breakfast.
I think he's probably up in there. He probably out in the shed there. He probably has a hand underneath one of the ladies there.
And for QNT, just past the 20.
Yeah, W4 dealer.
KB2UKA.
VA3 VMD. Hello.
Vito.
Hey.
Hey, we're doing okay in the shack over here. No problemo. Holy crap, what is it up here today? It's cold, man. It's cold today. -7 degrees Fahrenheit over here. Holy crap.
Yeah, Vito, we're cold in New York, southern New York too. God, what is it right now? The real feel is -1. It's like 9 degrees out.
Yeah, -7 here today, and I stepped outside for a quick second, and boy, oh boy, you could feel it.
Your face froze, didn't it?
Well, that's just one extremity that basically froze, besides a few others.
We are now at 40 degrees. Our high should be 50, and then tonight it's going to drop down to 30.
Yeah, you ought to be out there sunning yourself.
Hey, Vito.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you far up north enough that you guys have to put engine block warmers on the engines at night? I got a buddy that is from Moose Jaw, and that's what he told me they had to do all winter.
No, not here. No, I've my whole life living in Toronto and out in the suburbs, I've never put anything on a heating block. No, we're not far enough north. Further north than you probably do. And when you start talking Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, man, you can't go anywhere without plugging something in over there.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said a walk into the coffee shop is painful.
Yeah, we're pretty much like New York. I mean, man, you guys get hit with quite a bit of snow, too. I know in Buffalo, some of the snow belts up here in Ontario, we get hit, too.
All right, later, Todd.
Out in the suburbs, like Toronto and the suburbs, it's not too bad.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you want to be able to start your car. You know when it's so cold that you can't start a new car, it's cold.
Yeah, both of my vehicles are in the garage, too. Not that it's a heated garage, but, shielding all the wind and that does definitely help, eh?
Yeah, that's great. All right. So my wife and son are leaving the house in a minute, and I'm going to do my circuit breaker tests for 80 meters. Find out where this noise is coming from.
I think I heard Art say good morning, Vito. Good morning, Art.
Yeah, good morning, Vito. Good to hear you. Welcome to the experimental single sideband mix.
Yeah, you got that one right. And the audio check.
Oh, my
morning,
gosh.
Vito.
There you
I'm
go. All right. No, hey, good to hear you. And, like I said in the past, I don't know what happened, Vito. You and I used to have a really good path. I mean, 15 over, 10 over, 20 over. You remember, I'm going back a couple of years. Something has changed between us. I don't know. Maybe the legs. I don't know. The antennas, different ways now between you and I. Maybe I did something. I don't know. But, boy, right? I mean, you can recall we were strong at each other at one time.
Sure if it changed when I switched to my NFET a couple of years ago.
What's up, Randy? Hope you're doing well, brother.
I could have been on my low off the ground 40 meter antenna, which was oriented differently and probably better broadbanded for your direction. So it could have been that. Although I do well to a lot of the other guys down in the U.S. So I don't know, weird, man.
Right. I know. Because I recall even on your, I don't know, I remember your that amazing fence antenna that, you built that apex up there above the fence line and had everything nicely spread out, the legs on that fence post. I mean, that thing, boy, that antenna plays.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, go ahead, Don.
The guy on 90 down there, he's from Pennsylvania. I think he said he's 40 miles from Pittsburgh.
Maybe out around my way. Good morning, Vito, too. I just wanted to acknowledge I hear you down here.
Yeah, hey, Bill. Hey, Dom. I'm hearing both of you guys as well, for sure. So good morning to both of you. I'm hearing you, no problem, Bill. And Art, yeah. Well, I believe it or not, I still have the 80 meter wave off that fence. As a matter of fact, I sent Frank the Ham Nation interview that George Thomas and Bob Heil had me on. I think it was Ham Nation 316. They did a little segment on those antennas, but and how well they played. So anyway, okay, boys, I'll be
that's
quiet
awesome.
here. I think I've said a little too much in the last 10 minutes, but good to hear all you boys. You're all sounding good up into Toronto.
Oh, hold up, Vito. Hey, Vito, where does George Thomas hang out on? Because we go way back, like 2009, and I haven't heard him on 80 meters. He used to hang out on 80. Does he have a frequency he's been hanging out on?
I haven't heard George Thomas or any of the crew from Ham Nation in a while. Mind you, I haven't really listened to Ham Nation in probably a year or two.
Vito sounds really good on that 7300.
As much as he used to be. And I don't know, maybe he's back on it again. But I know Bob was having some issues. His wife wasn't.
So guys listening, that's Vito. He's running a 7300 with all virtual audio, just like I do with the Sun.
Bob wasn't well for a while either. So
he sounds 4K wide, and he's not.
George on for quite a while, and he never really had a specific frequency, but I know he had a couple of podcasts. He had the Ham Nation, and he had another one that he did as well. But I haven't talked to those guys probably in about a year and a half.
Yeah, do you remember what George's call sign was? Because we used to rank you a lot down on 80, and JBX. I can't remember his call sign to save my soul.
I have to go back and double check. I know on the interview he did with me, I think he says it right at the beginning. I'd have to go back and watch it, but I don't remember it off the top of my head.
All right, I could look it up. I thought maybe you knew it off the top of your head. Yeah, Bob didn't come on back in the day either too much. He used to come on every now and again, and I hope everything is well with him and his wife. But me and George, we used to, when he was playing around with an AL-811, when he 4-tuned it with the 572Bs, and we used to rank you back then. I just ain't talked to him in such a long time. I need to find out his call sign. JBS, I can't remember his. It's like it's at the tip of my tongue. I just can't roll it off. But I'll go on YouTube and find it.
Yeah, I'm sure I got it here somewhere too. I'll see if I can quickly find it myself.
Yeah, I was wondering if any of you guys ever talked to Joe Walsh on the radio.
I don't really recall talking to Joe Walsh. I know he's on.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I haven't.
I talked to Bob a few times. I never talked to Gary, though.
I didn't know who it was at first. All right. Good stuff. And Vito, good to hear you, buddy. Vito, why don't you keep both antennas up before you headset?
Well, you know what? I think there was a little interaction happening between them, and after I put the end fed up, the 41 started acting a little bit weird. I think that's the reason why I took it down, and luckily the 80 meter one didn't. But there was something with the 40 meter one that didn't play well with the where they were situated.
Yeah, well, probably that's what was happening with the power. That's what I was going to ask you. How would that work without getting any, the transmitting one and everything you're receiving on the other?
Frank's too light. The band went long.
Well, I don't think I had it up there long enough, to be honest with you, because I could flip from the end fed to the 40, but the SWR went way up for one, and because the feed box, the feed point of the end fed was maybe about a foot and a half away from the feed point of the 40. So after I did my testing with the end fed, I thought, well, you know what, there's no sense. Although it would have been nice to keep the 40 meter one just from an option of a different direction, but after I had the issues with it, I thought, I'm not going to screw around with it. The end fed's doing fine, and thankfully the 80 meter one had no issues at all. So so that one I left in play.
K2UKA, I think we might have missed it at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm too close to Frank, Mike.
Oh, yeah, W4DO.
Straighten up now. Come on, straighten up.
KB2UKA.
Right now. I'm over there at Ham Nation's website. Did Bob Heil buy the broadcast?
By what? I didn't catch it, Dominic.
Did Bob Heil buy the broadcast that George and them guys? Because George and them guys started that, and I know Bob was involved with it a little bit, but it looks like he, looking at all these past videos over the years that I've missed, it looks like he's taking it over.
Boy, I don't know. He's liable to till then, but I'm not sure.
Well, they're using all his microphones.
Yeah. That goes back to the day. I got his name. I just looking for George's call sign so I could email.
And if one of them dare.
Hey, Art, when I did talk to Bob. He come on my QRZ page, and I was talking to him. He said, "Well, he's using a good mic." I had his PR30 on there. I was just using the 30, not the 40, and boy, if he would look now, he'd probably take that electric voice and want to beat me with it.
Exactly. I was just going to mention, if one of those gentlemen dare try another mic on those broadcasts, that show, whatever, oh my goodness,
There would be there'd be a mutiny. I could just see it now, Art. Yeah, guys, I'm going to give this new condenser mic a shot here today and do a review of it.
Oh, boy.
The one that got the light in the head of it.
Yeah.
So, Frank, I was trying to keep up with some of the group messages yesterday. Did you were you on a net or something? You started a net, or you were overwhelmed with check-in?
Oh no, that was just breaking the house.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm telling you what. I don't know if you heard when we all on key there, man. There was like 5 or 6 trying to get back to him.
Oh, like a pileup. Okay, I got you. Like, yeah, they wanted to come in with their call. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, they did. Honestly, Frank, I don't know if you heard that or not, but they did. It was like rushing water coming in. Boy, they were all up on top of each other. It was like he was a park.
I spotted him.
Oh my!
I spotted him. That's why they came.
You spotted him?
No. We need need a spot. Rich, goofy guy. What's his call?
Oh, that poor guy. Don't do that to Richie.
That's who we need a spot.
I love Rich.
He's funny.
He is hilarious. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm serious now. This is going on now for almost since he's back on, right? I think, Frank, about solid now, at least 2.5, 3 weeks. I know this is the routine again. And when I get in the car from the store, I don't even touch the radio on the dashboard anymore. You know, the Sirius, whatever. I go right to my phone. I have it all set in memory. Click right on the web SDR, and there's Richie. And I am laughing all the way home for that 25-minute trip.
I love growling him up, man. I know exactly what to say to him. He cracks me up. He can talk, man, about anything. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I was listening. Talking about what he's going to do with the teacher and stuff.
And then he gets that high pitch in his voice with that. It's hilarious.
There's not a mean bone in that guy's body. He's just a great guy. And he loves his little man.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. I wouldn't want to wake up that sleeping giant.
You know what? It's funny, man. I think because he's so passive, sometimes people feel like they can take a shot at him. I don't know if you guys have met him. I'm sure you all, many of you have met him. He's a really big guy. Richie's a big guy. You definitely don't want to piss that guy off.
His voice reminds me of Raymond. I don't know what's that show called. Everyone Loves Raymond or whatever it is. The brother, the cop. That's who he reminds me of.
Brad Garrison, I think is his name, right?
Seinfeld.
Yeah, that guy, Brad.
Man.
I'll tell you what, he got the pipes. He got that good voice.
Oh, it's W5JDX, Vito.
Hey,
I was just going to say the same thing to you there, Dom. Yeah, W5JDX, yeah.
Musician that you like guitars. Ask him about when he met Les Paul.
I'll talk to him and I'll ask him that question.
He became good friends with Les Paul. Didn't even know he was famous. I think that's what Les Paul liked about him.
Yeah, sometimes that works better than knowing who they are and trying to impress them. So that's pretty cool.
And 4QNT to 40.
W4NA. Good morning.
And real quick, Dominic, go ahead again with Vito. There was a little doubling or possibly somebody didn't hear somebody, but verify that with Vito again.
I told him I had gotten a call from it's W5JDX, and you came back and said we were looking at the same video, right?
Yeah. I was just gonna chime in and say W5JDX as well. I was just looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. And hello, Nate.
Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Nate.
Morning, Mr. Bill. Yes, over you, Doug. You're almost 20 over.
You guys,
you ain't far behind.
Do you notice some of the phasing, like the shifting in the audio, like we're going like long path or something?
Yeah, between you and me, I've been hearing it.
Yeah, same here.
So I just checked it and kicked me off of QRZ, yes.
I don't think they'll do anything for that, Bill, but I mean, you think? I don't know.
I don't know. If somebody complains, it'll be brought to my attention. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah.
KB2UKA.
Hey, somebody's in there. Art, you want to get him?
I heard something with Z or something.
Pick it up.
Kilo Oscar 4, Delta, Quebec, Zulu.
Roger, we got Bill here, Bravo India Lima Lima, calls Kilo 1 Whiskey India Lima, state of Pennsylvania, about 45 miles southeast of downtown Pittsburgh. Go ahead.
Yeah, Doug, I can hear you now. I was just trying to get in to see how I sounded on your live stream here. I think I'm hearing a couple different guys up there. I said I was trying to get in between you guys just so I could see how the sound quality was, if it was any better or not.
I do. Good morning, Gary. This is Art N4QNT, North Carolina. I copy you quite well, actually. You just came up, that last transmission, 5.9 and a tick over.
Yeah, very good. I appreciate it. I got up on 160 here a couple minutes ago, and I got told how terrible my audio was and how I needed to go off and buy a new microphone, and they adjusted all my audio settings, and haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody on any other bands to see if it was any different or if it's working on every band. I wasn't sure how that worked out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Gary. The consensus that I found over the years with opinions and audio, it's like that old expression, But anyway, it's all about how they're listening, So that's the first thing whenever someone comes in and we want to talk a little audio, how we doing, or even if I'll ask, I always first ask, well, what are you listening on? What bandwidth are you at? Do you have an EQ going for your receiver? All that plays a role for someone's opinion on how they hear you.
Yeah, I copied that. One thing I have noticed is that with this microphone, I'm getting in better on like POTA activations when I'm trying to hunt people down. It seems like the audio is getting a little bit better. And somebody had recorded my audio, and apparently I was very deep. And they helped me make adjustments inside the video. And then I went ahead and bought a microphone, and it sounds better on the live stream. I was listening to that when I was trying to call in, so I guess that's what happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at your page. Are you on the Yaesu right now? What is that? Is that the FTDX10 or the 991A?
I'm on the DX10 right now. I got the RE20 microphone.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's and nothing else in between, just the radio and the mic only, or is there any kind of preamp or anything between that?
Microphone to the radio right now.
Well, no, it's impressive. I haven't heard an RE20 on a Yaesu yet, like that, the new FTDX10. So, and of course, that radio has that nice parametric EQ in there where you can make many adjustments, with the 3 frequency variations per band, the 3 bands. So, if I didn't hear the before, so, now I'm listening to what I'm hearing now, and it's in the ballpark. The only thing I'm kind of getting is a little bit much maybe on the compressor or processor. I'm not sure what level if it's on. It sounds like it is, unless it's the band. And we got to remember this band is playing that phasing artifact right now. Everybody's kind of coming in and out with it, so that's why it might be a tough time to critique it. But is the processor on at the moment, Gary?
Yes, sir. It was on 35. I just turned it down to 30 on the processor. Does that sound any different?
Yeah, there you go. I'm thinking even 20, 22, actually.
All right, that's 22 on the processor.
There you go. It just took away some of the edginess. You were just on the clipping stage with the compression, and now that's smoothed out very nicely. And I'll tell you, your EQing, I'd love to know what the numbers are, the ranges for that 9-band or the 9 frequency adjustments, but it's definitely in the ballpark. This is, you want to stand by a moment, or do you want to just jump right in on an ongoing QSO? Over. Hello?
Jump back.
All right, Gary. Well, anyway, yep, sounds great, and carry on in here. We'll stand by, see if the gentleman wants to come in with his call. N4QNT.
Well, I guess if you leave the window wide open, I'll drop in my call. N1MJF, Matt here in Rhode Island. Not a whole heck of a lot. Well, really, really good signal today on 40 meters from you. I know prior we weren't really able to hear each other so well on 40 meters, but wow, you're like S7 to S9 here. How copy on your end?
Yeah, what's this call, son? Yeah, Matt, N1 Mike Juliet Foxtrot, here is W4NA. My name is Nate, November Alpha Tango Echo. I'm in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. Go ahead.
Oh, Roger. Really good signal. No problems at all. And good audio, too. I think we might have just barely been able to chat before on a week or two ago on 80 meters. I do remember someone with the name Nate. Though I'm horrible with names, so I could be completely wrong. Back over to you from N1MJF.
Yeah, very good, Matt. Yep. It's hard to tell. I don't remember from one week to the next what I'm doing. My brain's horrible anymore. Running a Sunsdr2 DX here in about a kilowatt to a 80 meters, or it's a 176 foot doublet out there. So somebody else can pick Matt up. Go ahead.
He's sounding good into Ohio. Good afternoon or good morning, Matt. November 8, Kilo Yankee X-ray. Name's Dom, Delta Oscar November.
Oh, very good. Good copy on you as well. I'm also running the Sunsdr2 DX with a Mercury III S amplifier, about a kilowatt, into a DXCC fan dipole. Not really that high up off the ground, but I don't know, it does all right. I heard another person here in the group running the Electro Voice microphone. I have the 320, so a lot newer microphone, but I am running a lot of audio processing through an app called Breakaway. It's more of a professional broadcast app. But I like it. It works good for me.
Few adjustments here, a few adjustments there. Yeah, I'm not big on antennas here. I'm on a postage stamp lot. Got a 40-meter dipole, a 43-foot vertical, and a 30-foot tower. So that's about it. They're all close to one another. Sounds good. I'm just about 25 miles northwest of Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. Yours definitely sounds great. And, Doug, you are correct. I was running Stereo Tool for a while, but while Breakaway has a lot less features, I tend to think that I can master my audio a lot more accurately with it. But it does have a little bit more latency, Breakaway, compared to the Stereo Tool. I cannot get the latency down, but I don't know. I guess as long as I'm not trying to work through a pileup or something, or get some big rare DX station, I can deal with the latency. I mean, right now I've probably got about a half a second. Yeah, if I was to turn on the monitor, and as for when I unkey, I you know, out of my peripheral view, I can see my, transmit, my spectrum. So I just wait until I see the spectrum fall off, and then I hit the unkey. It's a little bit annoying. If I put on the monitor, I'll talk like I'm drunk because of the delay. There's too much delay. And like literally, I'll start slurring in my words, and I'll sound like I'm drunk if I kick the monitor on.
I do. I'll give us a 50 break. N4QNT.
Yeah, W4DOS.
W4NA.
Okay, 1WIL.
And then when MJF.
Yeah, the 320 sounds nice, and of course the digital audio workstation going sounds great into North Carolina. This is Art N4 Quebec November Tango.
Yeah, VA3 VMD for ID as well.
Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, you're booming in here too, Doug, no problem. And the other station that was in there, Matt, I'm hearing you up here in Canada as well, VA3 VMD.
Where's that located? You signal report in Canada. Always a pleasure to deal with our closest neighbors. And Art, very light copy on Art. He's right equal to my noise level. I can understand him, but definitely a weaker signal in the group. Probably just the way the band is, though. But I'll pass it around. It seems like there's a lot more people in the group, too. So send it around. Doug, I'll send it over to you. I guess you have, you know who's in the group now. And what MJF, Matt in Rhode Island.
Is that Matt? Good, Matt, do you copy W4DOM?
W4DRM, yes. Lighter signal than the, Doug and the rest of the group, but perfectly legible, good audio.
Roger, you're about S9 here. I'm just in north of Columbia, South Carolina. Are you talking remotely?
Yes and no. So I'm in the same house as my radio and transmitter, except they are downstairs, and all of my connectivity is through the network, but it is through a local area network, not through internet.
Oh, and what are you using? What handheld device are you using?
I'm not. I'm sitting at a desktop. I'm using a Electro Voice RE320. I'm sitting at my desktop computer.
Oh, okay. And I could hear the processor, the digital component processor. I was just wondering, I could tell you were remote. Anyway, you got a good signal down here. You're S9, a little bit over S9 at times, and other than that, I hear you fine. And it was nice meeting you, and I'll stand by. Go ahead, somebody else, everybody got a hold of?
Hey, Matt, you got a copy on Bill, Kilo 1 Whiskey India Lima, state of Pennsylvania. I'll see if you're copying me.
Oh, yeah, S9 copy on Pennsylvania. And nice audio, too. Anyone, my QRZ, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see where my radio is located in the basement and also where I'm sitting.
Hey, Matt, I want to ask you, I'm on the RE320 also. Where do you have your switch located on your mic? Is it to the left? Like when you're facing the mic, is it to the left or to the right?
Mine is to the left, and that is the flatter frequency response. I have a really horrible voice for radio, unless we're doing really hi-fi. My voice has a very low undertone that makes me fall into the mud very easily. Right now, I'm pulling about 20 dBs from about 200 hertz down. And if I pull that off, anyone who has a light copy on me will pretty much just lose intelligibility of my audio.
Yeah, Roger. I run my mic in the same position too. Just run it flat. All right, Frank. I see Frank is in there. Frank, you still in there? See if you can pick him up.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had the mic muted when I ran upstairs to see if my dogs were killing each other. I'm back.
The call's November 2, Quebec Fox, and we're located in New Jersey, 30 miles northwest of New York City.
Oh, Roger, Frank. Awesome signal. Very loud, very good audio. And if that's your QSL card, as the graphic on the top of your QRZ, that's pretty cool. I like that. Kind of like the dark space sci-fi type logo. That's awesome. I like it. But yeah, awesome signal on pretty much everyone here today. And yeah, I do run a lot of audio processing, but hopefully for the better.
Hey, Matt, what's your call sign?
November 1, Mike Juliet Foxtrot. November 1, Mike Juliet Fox. It's easily confused with MFJ, the Mighty Fine Junk.
I'll be right back, guys. I got a call. I'll take you, Joe.
Hey, I just want to see something real quick. Hold on. K2UKA, you listening out there? Steve, good morning. You're on the live stream. I see you there. I thought maybe you had the radio on.
Tell him to check into the DAW net.
Steve, this is the DAW net. Come on in, brother.
QO4WHD, W4DOM.
No, that's Paul.
Oh, yeah, I got you about an S9 here. You sound okay. I'm up in South Carolina. You hear it, Mark?
I am. Good morning, Paul. And no, you're good. I got you about S8, S9. You're in there, so not too bad for way down in South Florida.
See, guys, when I have too many windows open, I wasn't looking at OBS, so I didn't realize the mic was muted.
Doug gave me the heads up. I didn't have a stream on earlier, and boy, that was cool that you checked in like that. So, yeah, hey, let's see if we can pass it around. Guys, this is Paul, KB2UKA World Handy Talkie. We go way back. So go ahead, Paul, make a transmission, see who can pick you up.
K1MAN bulletin starting in 1 minute.
Thanks, Matt. Everyone's sounding great. Everyone's sounding really good. I don't hear Paul, unfortunately, Art's friend. He's right in my noise. Let me shut this denoiser off for a second.
All right, so yeah, I'm not sure. I guess maybe Doug or Bill right now. They just mentioned they didn't copy, so we got a messenger thing going on at the same time, so it kind of helps out. But no, good copy here, Paul. Obviously, Dominic copies. He's down in South Carolina, so still a good distance for you and him as well. But the guys up north, way up north, Pennsylvania, New York, might be a little issue. So just the way, and of course I'm right here in the middle of it, so it works out. But yeah, well, good to hear you. And And oh my gosh, I heard a transmission from the grave. K2UKA was trying to check in, letting us know his broadcast was going to start. I actually have one of his T-shirts, by the way. Anyway, okay. Good to hear you, Paul. And are you? I guess you're off today. Are you off? All right, there we go. Sounds like somebody's on upper side, Dan. Oh well, but yeah, good to hear you, and we'll see. We'll just real quick. Go ahead, pick it up, Dominic. See how you're still getting down to South Florida. I'll stand by. N4QNT.
Yeah, I got around, guys. Catch you after a while. Thanks for going on upstairs. Anyway.
Later, Don. Good to hear you. KB2UKA.
Later, Don. Kilo 1, Whiskey Indy Lane.
Yep. Talk to you later, Don. Have a great day. N4QNT.
71, 73, Don. N2TQI.
74 and 73, Don.
Doug, do you see that signal up the band now, wiggling all around the place?
Sorry, blowing that on my show.
Dom, where? In the broadcast portion?
Yeah. Not the first line. The next line over that. You see that? Before it was sliding way up and down. Now it's just kind of stabilizing.
Yeah, 3225. I see it.
I was hoping no one heard that.
Oh, I'm only joking, buddy. I do that all the time.
You're right on top of it, bud.
Oh, what, the 77s?
No, I said 71. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. You know, I think the guy's like dyslexia.
I told him blame it on the shot.
Oh, wow. Frank, you came up now. You're S9.
Oh, you too, Doug. Look at that. Ben's playing well now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, we just seen how we still had a path between us.
Yeah, about S7, Bill.
He asked about where you're here.
Yeah, Doug, you're 20 over here on the last over.
Yeah, you're still 5'9", Vito. Steve's trying to jump in here. The Sunsdr, I think, crapped out.
What? Steve's son?
I don't know. Check the chat in my live stream.
Man, he was really sounding good last night up when we were talking to him.
Yeah, that would suck, man.
I told him flip the Anon on or the 7300 and get in here.
YouTube channel broadcast? Or recording?
Wait, what was that, Art?
No, I'm wondering with Steve, did something happen with the Sun radio?
Something with the network. It's off the network now, so he's trying to get it back on, but there might be an issue with it.
If the internet goes down, you go down.
Well, no, with the when you say I don't know if it's similar with the Anon, Art, but this is like a 40-minute setup when you first set up the Sun. You've got to go locally from the computer. You've got to create a new static IP address. Then you have to plug it into the switch. Then you have to find it on the network.
That's it. Just reset it all and turn it to the right. Yeah, Art, that's what it was. Don, the reason why it wasn't working is because his internet was down.
That's really strange. All right, I guess because he might be through a hub. I mean, I know with this radio, with this SDR, when you just have the home run cable from the back of the radio to the PC, you're still on the air no matter what, internet or not.
Yeah, well, when his internet went down, he noticed it the night before his granddaughter's TV went out. And then the following day, he couldn't get the radio up. He must have just locked up his modem.
Yeah, Shane. You follow those videos that Steve put up, man? You get that 7300 humming.
Yeah, Doug, are you familiar with a little bit of how that goes? I'm wondering, can you just say, I'm just wondering, I mean, this is a general question. If there's no internet to your home, I mean, you don't need that to operate that radio, right? You could still just via your PC and it still transmits and receives, right?
Correct. However, I have not... I know 100% you can locally hook it up to the PC. And you have to do that in the first stage of the setup. Then you create a new IP address specifically for the radio, and that's how it talks to the computer via the network. So I don't know right now if I shut my internet off, if it'll talk to the radio through the switch or not.
Well, you're talking about they'd have to get a static IP and set it all up. You could do ad hoc, I guess, right from the radio to the computer and avoid all of that. But if you have just a hub, like a router, and use it as a hub, you can do it that way. You don't need the internet. Sometimes when the internet screws up, it'll lock the hub up.
Like, I would test it right now, but then my stream would go down. But I could just go and plug the router upstairs. That's where my Ethernet line's coming out of the back of the router, down the floor, through the wall, into this basement room. But I think, hold on. I believe, well, what I could do is I could just unplug the switch, the Ethernet, the internet line from the switch, and see if this thing talks to it.
Yeah, well, if you just go right from the computer to radio, you could avoid all of that. I guess put it over the internet so you could do remote to the house, on your tablet or your phone or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm all hardwired anyway. Nothing's going Wi-Fi. My computer in the shack is hardwired. The radio's hardwired to the switch. No Wi-Fi in here.
But whoever this clown is, he's not hearing who he's talking to. I can guarantee you that right now.
Oh, no, it's intentional, 100%.
Yeah. I just don't get what's happening today with amateur radio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a shame. Hey, Paul, what's the weather down there?
Man, the band just got really, really noisy for me.
Yeah, it's cold up here. Well, we're going to hit 50 today, and then we're going to drop down to 30. The temperature's been like a year.
Yeah, Gary, I'll get you back in here. Hold on.
When I walked outside a little while ago, the wind is picking up quite a bit, and I think we're going to get a windstorm here very shortly.
I don't have an ounce of wind here.
Yeah, real quick.
Contact McNaught. Hang on. Yeah, Frank, it'll get there. It was calm yesterday. It was calm last night, and now. Actually, last night it drizzled a little rain, but right now the wind is starting to pick up, but I'm sure it'll just be a matter of time before it gets up to you guys. Somebody try to pick up the contact. He's about an S7 here. I'm having a hard time hearing him. W4DR.
Hold on. Stand by one sec. KB2UKA, Gary, you still there? Yeah, Gary, I have a low copy on you now. You were booming before, but now I don't hear you. You're right in my noise floor. Art, do you still copy Gary? He wants to try a mic switch.
Yeah, I do. I very, very big copy all of a sudden. 20 over. There you go. There's the band swishing around.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of noise now. I can really hear you guys at times. Somebody's moving in, I guess, right from Lois.
Yeah, well, there was a couple of guys that tried upper sideband for some reason, but I guess they, I let them know we were here. I guess they realized it after that conversation.
Art doesn't mess around.
Yeah, I wanted to switch off the I could put the old mic back on so you guys can hear the difference if you
standby.
All right. Yeah, we'll check that. And like Dominic mentioned, there was a contact station trying to come in. So real quick, we'll see who can hear him. Go ahead. There was a contact.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
Yeah, Vero Beach, Florida, you're about an S5 here in South Carolina, and the guys in the northern plains here are not hearing you, or the northern part of the country is not hearing you. You're really right on me, and if any QRM comes in, it's going to probably wipe you out. Are you mobile?
Or Paul, do you hear the Vero Beach?
Wow, I'm surprised I'm not here in Florida.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, How to Watch is making it. And there's another station down there in Vero Beach. I don't know, Paul, you hear him?
Is anyone talking?
Yeah.
Wow, I hear nothing.
I mean, okay.
All right, thanks for picking him up, Paul.
Down here and back over to you. All right.
Yeah, thanks for picking him up, Paul. N4QNT. Let's see here. I guess we'll go around the hop.
Hey, give me one thing. Check that microphone out.
Oh, that's right. Did you change that mic, Matt? Or no, that's Gary. Gary. The mic. Oh boy, I lost track here. I apologize.
Hey, Gary, you still in there?
I may be still working on that. Yeah, so Doug, I just real quickly wanted to get back to that subject. So just say, like for instance, you install a PCI Extreme, pretty good quality network card, like an Intel chipset network card on your PC motherboard, and you have that RJ45 input jack. Can you just take like a Cat 7 or a Cat 6, and a 3-footer, a 6-footer, a 10-footer, and go right from that card directly to the sun and get that thing transmitting? Or do you have to do that other way?
No, not at all. You 100%. So mine's already set up to do that. So if I plug the sun directly into the computer, it'll be local and it'll transmit. And that's step one, even if you want to put it on the network, which I have it on the network now. But if the network went down, I could plug directly into the computer.
Great. That's That's what I wanted to confirm. Okay, and I think the other way to hook it up is, of course, if you want to do the remote. Yeah, the new remote software that's coming out or is available to, via remote from a PC or a phone.
Yes, which I have not attempted yet at all. Have not attempted it. Matt, who was in here before, probably has attempted it. I think he did. And Gary just put on the stream that he can't copy us anymore, so he's bailing. But Gary, come back later, I guess. But yeah, I haven't tried remote yet, Art.
Okay. All right, that clarified. I just wanted to clarify that because that would be crazy, right? I mean, think about that. You rely on an internet connection for your ham radio.
Well, I know one radio that does that.
WIL. Please don't say the Anon.
No, not the Anon, not the Anon.
Well, if you're never going to use the remote part or walk around on your hand, your handheld talking on the radio, you're probably just better off connecting right to the radio to the computer. You don't ever have to worry about that. W4DO 10 after.
Hey, Matt, can you still copy me? And 2QQF.
Yes.
Oh, hey. How far do you live from Blue in the Water?
I'll have to check.
Wow, look at that signal up there now. It's doing S's.
Yeah, I see that, Dom.
It moves quite a distance.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm always up in East Greenwich. That's why I saw that. My friend's friend owns La Mazzeria. My friend owns Blueprint clothing store. I'm always up in that area, but very good. Okay, just curious.
Oh, yeah, I'm on Division, but over in the woods. I'm not in downtown East Greenwich where all the shops are. I'm closer to West Greenwich. Actually, I'm only a few thousand feet away from West Greenwich.
Okay, gotcha.
W4NA 20 average.
And 2QQF.
That's great, Gary. Good luck.
I'll do it again. M4QNT.
KB2UKA.
Hey, Paul, a quick question. When's the last time you saw snow? Exactly. I knew you were gonna. I know it's been a long time, and that was my last snow event, 1977 in Hollywood, Florida, when it snowed for like maybe that was a freak accident, right? And of course I was at McNichol at the time, and you were still at Apollo, but yeah, we should be getting a snow event here late tomorrow into Monday. They're talking about a 9-inch event here, so. But I figured you get a chuckle out of that.
What's up, Perry, brother? Man, I do the same thing at work, man.
Pretty good.
I guess, Gary, sorry, take care of this, Gary.
Hey, Perry, I know you're looking at that signal on 290, wishing you were there. I want to go down there,
what are we
actually.
doing here?
I don't know. I just wing it. And Frank, you said something earlier before about the noise. Was it static you were getting?
I don't know what the hell it is. It's bad. Yeah, it's like a staticky noise. It just took over.
Frank, you got that Aphex dialed in beautifully.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure. I had to do things. I had to change it around quite a bit yesterday, and change the order of pieces. And it's funny, that video you sent, I do all the compression after as well. So I was curious. I had to change a few things, and it seems to be working better now.
Yeah, well, you just came up and I can hear it. It sounds really good. Yeah, I do the compression after, but I might play around with throwing another EQ in after the compressor. Why not?
I got a 31 band EQ here that I have that I never used. I bought it and I was going to use it for my receive audio in the shack, but then, you know, that kind of alters how everybody comes in.
Yeah, I was doing that for a while, and then with Art's suggestion, especially with the YouTube page, people want to hear how they really sound. So I have a flat receive EQ.
Yeah, I would agree for that stuff for sure. I was thinking about doing it here, but who the hell knows? You know, now it just looks nice. It's got a lot of little lights on it, and it's pretty to look at.
Oh yeah, that's important. But I'll tell you what though, when I'm not streaming and I have the speakers on, then I EQ on the receive for my listening pleasure.
That's right. Yeah, Frank. So what do you? Are you still doing the Behringer, the X-Air, and then coming out to the Aphex channel?
Yeah, I'm going X-Air to Aphex to Bellari compressor preamp.
Oh, nice. Wow. Okay, boy, you got a lot going on there. The GUI, right? The GUI for adjusting the EQ with the Behringer, and then it blends into the
That's a good. I'm gonna do it, Mike. Right? I'm gonna attempt to do it soon.
Back to the radio.
Yes, sir. That's it. I try to keep it as simple as possible, but I don't know. It seems like it's not that simple.
And what is that Aphex again? Is that the 204 big bottom, or is that like the older channel model? Because I know they have the new one now. They call the channel. You know, their latest Aphex offering, where they put the big bottom built in, and then EQing, parametrics, compression, and all that. Is that the similar box, but just the older model?
Yeah, I got that one, the 230, the one with the parametric EQs, the big bottom, the de-esser, compressor, and oral exciter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow, that's a beautiful box. Oh, my goodness, man. That alone, that could be like the one in, the all-in-wonder, as they say, right? The all-in-wonder, if someone wants to just go mic that unit to the radio, that's a great piece of equipment.
Hey, Frank.
That's why I picked it up. I paid like $350 for it because the digital side is not working. And I don't run it digital, although after listening to you and John yesterday about running the digital side of stuff. But it's for the analog, it's fine. So I got a great deal on it because the digital side wasn't working, and he was selling it for $350. I'm like, I'm on that.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Does that have phantom power? Can you go right into that with a mic?
Yes, I can.
Oh, wow. Art, you're right. Man, you probably only need that one box.
Yeah, when you get a chance, Doug, look up Aphex channel, and it's similar to what Frank has. That's just the 230 happened to be the older model, but you can get good prices on that in the used market. But the latest channel they just released like about a year and a half ago, oh my goodness, that's like the all-in-wonder right there for having everything with the big bottom and the oral exciter, everything built in.
Do you know they discontinued that?
What, the 230 model, but I think now they just call it the channel. That's the nickname. Aphex channel is their latest offering.
Yep, I got it up on the live stream. Master preamp and input processor.
Oh, it is still for sale. Okay, everywhere I've been looking. Okay, maybe I looked at the wrong one. Okay, yeah, the channel is nice.
Yeah, a little pricey too, about $950.
Oh wow.
I got it used here for $800 on Guitar Center.
So Frank, what effects are you running in the X-Air?
Good question. I am only running. Give me a second here. Let me pull it up. I'm only running the Sound Maxer and the dual combinator, which is basically multi-band compression.
Yep, I used to run those too. I did it all in the X-Air. I did the EQ. I ran the Sound Maxer, the multi-band compressor. There was something else I used to run. Well, maybe reverb, but I think reverb is just a setting on the channel, right?
Yeah. I actually run multiple multi-band compression.
Yeah, it's a great device. I loved it.
Yeah, this is it's well. It works really well. I'm sure there's a lot better sounding, but I guess it's working for now.
I tell you what I'm running, but it only speaks Russian.
What are you running, Dom?
My little 8-band whatever. It's from Ukraine. I got one of those little 8-band EQs.
Let me tell you something. I hear them often, and when people have them dialed in right, like you appear to have it dialed in right, they sound great.
Yeah, I was just teasing. It speaks Russian. I tell you what it is, but I don't know.
I got one of those, and I never used it.
Eric,
I'm using the PR781 under the IC7300. Didn't have enough gain, so I used this.
Yeah, Eric, I know N2RRA got that one going very well, and of course Vito was using it too. I think he changed over to something a little different now with the RA20 and the the VST stuff, the DAW. But man, between Dominic and Vito and Eric, those boxes sound great.
They do. I'm going to list mine for sale. I forgot I had it here until Dom said.
I would like to hear one. I have not had the opportunity to hear one with something that could go out to 4 or whatever, 3, 5, or 4, or a little bit past that. But it seems like it's always been on, someone using an Icon. That's the only time I've heard this box in the last year.
I have mine wired to the Kenwood, which I should have probably bought it for the Icon, but oh well.
You can still use it. You just have to rewire the mic.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world.
W4NA at the bottom of the hour.
And 2QQF.
W4DO.
And 4QNT.
VA3 VMD. And I still have mine in line. All I need to do is reload my config on the 7300 to swap the XLR cable over. So I got both the virtual audio and the UR6 2W stacking each other up.
Just looking, it probably wouldn't be a lot of work for me to do mine.
All right, gentlemen. My son and wife will be home in a minute. I'm going to get out of here. This was great. Everyone sounded really good. Frank, you were 20 over the last one. So I'll listen out. Have a great day.
All right, Doug. 73, buddy. Sounding good, nice and loud here on 2QQF.
7-3, Doug. Have a great day.
And if you don't own a soldering iron, I think they make an adapter to go from Kenwood to Icon.
Yeah, you can even make your own cable. It's not that hard. But anyway, see you later, Doug. Have a good one.
Yeah, 7-3 from N4QNT.
Nate, you are pounding in here, man.
Well, you are too.
All right, later, guys. Have a great weekend. This was fun. Take care.